the topic will be social media, and pretty much under that, I was kind of thinking about do so like me and Omar had this conversation in a way where we were talking about people what people put on social media and how you feel towards a person. So it's one of those things. Just social media profiles be how you really look at someone, or should we look at social media profiles as that's just them on social media and that's not them in real life? Or and should there be like accountability on social media? So like if you are putting out certain posts, which I mean it is public, and if I read a post and I know who you are, and it offends me in some kind of way, should I look at that post and just be like, you know, that's just him on social media? Or should I be like, well, nah, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Him or her. So like that's what how y'all feel towards. I know that can go a lot of directions, but what y'all thoughts on that one? I see you smiling, Omar, quick. So
I
ain't got to be
mean,
no name calling or nothing like that. But I'm just saying that is something, especially since we all in the house now. A lot of people are putting a lot of views on social media, and I mean they gotta know everybody's saying that stuff. So I'm wondering what y'all think about it.
So this is what I think. Unless they got multiple profiles that, one profile is their personal, one is a professional, or one is a parody account and it's obviously a parody account.
Mm-hmm.
If if it's on their personal and they put their thoughts out there, that's them. Take it for what it is, because that's them, that's their thoughts. Unless it's like I said, obviously if it's not, if it's a parody account and you gotta put some consideration in that, but if it's their own personal, that's what they feel and that's them.
So anybody you see on social media that puts something out, if you what they put on social media, and that's their primary account, that's it. If you see them out in the street, you would treat them accordingly to what they put on social media.
I think I would.
Uh, what about y'all?
Omar, go.
I mean, I mean, it's a very, it could go one way or another, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of agree what he said. Is like, look, your social media is either genuine, it's either like an avatar, an escape for some people, it's entertainment for some people,
Mm-hmm.
it's the gospel, unfortunately, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I feel like, with the way social media is nowadays, you have to have accountability on what you put out there. The accountability definitely needs to be from a perspective of like, are you posting accurate information, or are you posting information and emotion? You got to have some accountability for what you're saying, because for me, it's kind of shocking actually. There's multiple people that I grew up with. There's people that I've met since I've lived in the South, coming from the North. People that I've taken to lunch, maybe worked out with, maybe
Yeah.
video game with, you name it.
Yeah.
I'm considering this man or woman, like a family, pretty much. Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody I can trust, and to see them post after post after post of what I would consider ignorant information, ignorant, number one, that is not factual, and ignorant from the standpoint that, in my opinion, it would be considered racist, at least to my standards.
Uh,
It really makes you question, like, wow, like, is this, someone just not researching what they're putting out there, or is this like somebody that's really genuinely feeling that way? And it's kind of hard to sometimes give the person the benefit of the doubt when you see them post multiple posts upon posts, where it just
yeah.
seems like, wow, this person is very opinionated. Um, and it's kind of like questioning, like, wow, does this person feel like that when they talk to me face to face,
Mm-hmm.
or is it, or it's kind of like a tough question to answer. But I feel like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you're gonna post something on social media, I think it's a reflection of your character.
Now
Um,
my question on what you saying though, like you making it sound like you had like really like there's been people you got bonds with. So would you give them the benefit of the doubt to ask them about it and question them
yeah.
before you were just like feeling that way, or would you, especially if it's
So
multiple posts? Like if it's multiple posts, you got to kind of believe that they believe that if they sharing it or putting it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, there's been some people that I've removed from my Facebook or removed from other social medias just because the level of the content that they were posting,
Hmm.
by my opinion, was just so ridiculous or so racist or just, just so far, just so far out there that I didn't even give that person the opportunity to try to redeem themselves. But then I have on some occasions kind of challenged people's views and kind of see where they're at and kind of make a decision from that.
So with
Ultimately, I
the
think the
people,
best thing that I like about it,
uh,
that I feel like, is people exposing themselves.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
take.
I'd rather people expose themselves and me know going forward how they really are than to just them being down low about it.
I mean, it helps you out. You ain't even gotta go look for it. It's just given to you. Here,
Yeah,
here
it's
you
like,
go.
wow, you wake up and you check your social media and bam, hello. That's
Yeah,
like, wow,
yeah.
okay.
There you
You starting the day off like this today?
go.
And I'm gonna tell you, white people, if they're not looking at black people,
Hmm.
they forget about them because they're not around them most of the time. So when they
That's
are
true.
posting on social media, they're not seeing all their black friends on social media. They're posting what is really in their head, what's really in their heart, and then after the fact, they're like, "Oh, I got 5 black friends on social media that just saw this."
Hey, just to give
Mm.
y'all a heads up, I know y'all might not talk to Shane a lot, but he'll call out white people more than us. So I'm gonna just put that out there. Don't be shocked. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I guess my take on it is that I feel like we read into it too much. Um, and not saying that it all the time, but I think we read into it too much because some people are out there trolling. Some people are looking for the attention to get those views up on their page or those clicks on their Instagram and stuff like that and their social media.
Hmm.
I I generally don't pay it a lot of mind, but again, I do agree with what's been said about holding people accountable, regardless if I know them or not. I always, if there's something that I've seen, and 5 or 6 times somebody say something dumb, I'm not gonna look past that it was dumb and it's foolish because a foolish man is always gonna speak.
Hmm.
I always live by that. But like you said, um, they do show you who they are, and I take it at that point at face value because there's not any substance behind what they're saying at that point. Most people that generally have a mindset of intelligence or some type of intellect will actually call somebody out. I agree to that 110%. But if it's somebody that I know, I'm definitely gonna. You have to look at some stuff as if it's a cry for help, if it's attention seeking, or is it just a troll? And sad to say, about 75% of it is just trolling, people saying what they say just to get something started up or just to take it somewhere. And it's
Yeah.
really not anything. I'm not going to use the word malicious, but there's no ill intent behind it. Now, the other stuff that's actually out there, that 25% that I do believe in, that has some malicious intent behind it. It is for a sole purpose. It has an intent behind it.
Well, we do got to put out the disclaimer that you ain't got no Facebook.
Yeah, I don't have a Facebook, and the reason
So
why
there's
is,
a
yeah,
lesson.
the reason why. But the
Wow.
reason
He's
why
on
I don't have a
Facebook, he said.
Facebook is because, okay, so to give a short story,
Hmm.
real quick,
I
yeah,
told you
give a
gonna put a
short
story.
story, okay.
Still,
Is
still.
I was in a corporate environment. I was actually a supervisor for many years.
Uh,
The company that I worked for was basically stating that at that time frame, Facebook was really blowing up. It was getting popular. We had to have a personal account and we had to have a business account, if you will, or corporate account.
hmm.
I had a corporate account and we had to get all of our agents and all of the site to actually sign up or like the social page of the company that I work for. Okay. I got tired of the fact of having to see people that, give an example, and I'm using quotation marks here. Oh, I'm sick. I can't come into work. Yada, this, that, third, and the other. Blase, cough, right? And I see that they posted, the day before that or later that day or night. that they were at bike week or they went down to the beach or something like that
Yeah,
for
so
the
they like,
weekend.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's
So
what they do.
I took it upon, I took it upon myself not to get involved that way because of that fact, because it can ruin a lot of people's careers, and also at the same time,
Well,
that personal part of them, I didn't want to know, because a lot of people's livelihood are at stake, which I do agree to a certain extent, but I'm not here to police anybody. And that's
no,
why I
but-
got rid of
but
it
social
because
media-
of the negativity.
social media can definitely get you fired, though. I mean, so
I-
I can
and
look
I-
at
and I
what
agree
you
to
said,
it.
but I can look at what you said totally different. If somebody say we take it away from what we were talking, we talk about what you just said about somebody basically lying and saying they doing one thing and literally put on social media that they doing something else. I just
Okay,
look at
all
that
right.
as valid information, and actually you can get in trouble for that because you put in
Right,
public
right.
knowledge. But I mean, I wouldn't
Right.
I wouldn't hide myself from that though. I'd be hey,
No.
everybody could be my damn friend.
So-
Hey, come on my
That's
Facebook.
stupid on their part. Put that in their post.
Well,
Come on to my
exactly.
Facebook.
So to take that a little bit, further, in the corporate environment, if somebody posted something like that, the example is that you're supposed to have a talk with them, y'all this, that, third, and the other.
True.
Now, behind company policy, also at the same time, if they have allotted time to actually take it, regardless if they lied about what they was doing in the first place, there's nothing you can really do. You know what I'm saying?
What you
You
mean?
can have that talk. You can have so let's say that average person has 80 hours of time off, and they called out sick, and they used part of their 80 hours to do so.
Yeah.
What more can you say at that point?
So every
And it's
job,
valid.
yeah, every job has in every paperwork, all paperwork you
Right.
ever done for any job, there's going to be ethics and morals involved. You can always bring that up.
And it also
Ethically,
Right.
depends on how they classify that pay time off. If they lump
Right.
my job lumps all of our sick leave and vacation into this thing called pay time off.
that's what we do.
Right. That's
So-
what PTO. Yeah.
You taking PTO, it don't matter if you're sick or you just want a day off or whatever. It's your time to do what it is, whatever it
Thank
is
you.
want to do with it.
Yeah.
And stalking people on Facebook, even if they called and said they were sick, they still took the time off. It's not like they
Thank you.
got
Thank you.
paid for a day that they didn't use.
No,
So-
where I give you pushback on that, Shane, is how it's done. If they just call in and they're supposed to, and they're on the schedule, and then you see that's totally different than setting up PTO and then taking PTO. You last
Right,
minute
but that's
saying,
but because
it's covered
of,
under
because of-
hours, but I mean, if it's done, if it's consistently done, you can pull back and be like you're not going by the values and ethics or morals of a company, and they can't use that against you. Just putting that out there. You can't just
PTO is authorized.
Hmm?
If somebody signed off on it, they ain't got no right to stalk them on Facebook. Now, if
Facts.
they told them, all right, we ain't gonna hold it against you, but we ain't gonna give you a sick day either. You just gonna take, unpaid, unauthorized leave, but we're not gonna fire you. Then that might be a little something different.
Okay,
But you
and that's
getting
what
let's,
it
let's
is.
let's curve it
Yeah.
back to what we're talking about with the social media though. But so you're, from what I get from you, Destiny, because you seem to be I think everybody else kind of said the same thing. You kind of went in this path of I don't want to see it, so it ain't happening, or if they do put
No.
it, or what'd you
No.
say if you
So
I
I'm-
forgot
so
the term you used, but you basically were saying that it might be like a moment to talk to them, or they might not know what they were doing, or something like that.
No. So just to sum it up, Lee, I'm not gonna hold what they said accountable at that point, simply for this one reason.
Mhm.
A lot of people want to say something to get it off their chest, and when they're getting it off their chest,
It
it
matters
may
what
just be
they-
the troll.
It matters
Hold
what
on,
they
it just-
say
it-
though.
Well, I understand that, but again, there may not be any validity to what they're saying. Okay, because we get so high strung about what a person said because we don't like the way it was said, and that's more on us. We need to check ourselves. Somebody may be saying something just to get it off their chest. That's their right to do so. But also,
There's a lot I can
but
say to get
also-
off my chest. It don't mean like it's appropriate. I mean, I could walk up to anybody, call them a damn name, Hey, you acting like a man.
Right, I could.
No
Right. So is
consequence.
that the
Hey, I was
the
just getting that off
example
my
of
chest.
yeah? But
Nah.
the example of that, the simple example is I can say right now the sky is gray. Okay, that
Man,
is totally
nah.
100% factual.
You
Yeah,
But
change
just
it.
yeah.
because I said, it,
You on the
I'm
tangent,
saying
bro.
some people may look at it as if oh he's wrong. Why would he say that? Y'all this that or other. They could be doing it for either to get clicks or to see what somebody says because they want the
Let's
attention.
be more accurate with what I'm saying. These aren't celebrities or nobody on TV or no media people. We're talking about people that we might know in everyday life. If they put a post out and like let's take Omar's example for instance, somebody that he was cool with. If they put out we're saying multiple here, multiple posts that offend him, and he thought he knew the person until they jumped on social media, he can definitely hold that person accountable for
Right,
what they
right.
put on social media.
Right, but do you really know? Do you really ever know a person? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
That's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
But
You
that's why
like,
that's why we accept the information. If you put it out there, I'm gonna get to know you that way. And if I don't like that, I need
again,
to cut off all
I'm,
that other stuff.
I'm looking at it from a different aspect that person may be seeking attention. I'm saying
Who would,
simple
but
as that. It could,
who would seek attention and offend you in the process?
that's pretty much just about 75% of Facebook and
So, no,
and everybody else out
you ain't
there.
on Facebook, dude. That 75% of my list does not do that. It's about 2
Okay.
to 3%.
Well,
That's what
okay.
you know.
I think
Well,
using the-
I
using
apologize that I'm not a Facebook affiliate. I'm sorry. I apologize about
you
that.
on Instagram though. There's enough on Instagram too. That's all I'm saying.
But you know how often I check Instagram. You know how often I actually pay attention to it. I go for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying I'm not looking for. I look at some of the political side of it for certain stuff like Black Lives Matter, things of that nature. But most it's just entertainment. I don't try to hold anybody
But we
to a
But we
to a
going
certain
we going
aspect.
strictly by this though. We're talking about people's social. So when I put profile, these are people that we had clicked on and said add friend or accept friend, and we've had interactions with them on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and say that person just out the blue because we're in a pandemic and Black Lives Matter is a thing. They just blow up. You might, like Omar said, you might pop on the line and be like, wake up in the morning and be like, damn, the hell is going on here? And then you trying to see if somebody got hacked or something like that, but you find out that's what they really posting. That's totally different. That's accountability.
Well,
freedom
well,
of
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is
freedom of speech.
accountability.
Yeah, the thing about freedom of speech is you got the right to say whatever it is in your heart and mind that you want to say,
Yes.
but you got to deal with the
Your
consequences.
consequences.
There's
That-
always
Yeah.
consequences.
And and Destino got me laughing because if he had some homeboy that went on social media and just said something that was killing, that's going in on him or culture, he know he would flip. Y'all ain't even try to hear that. He would be like, "Oh, let me step back." He probably just joking.
No, but see that's what I said in the beginning. The other part of what I said is that yes, probably I would actually chastise the hell out of them
Yeah.
because of that. And if they ever came to that situation, because the first question I would ask is, "Bro, what's going on?" I'm saying, that would be the first thing. But again, looking at the culture that we're in right now, which is the council culture, and then also the trolling culture. I have to chalk it. It's either it's
I
going to
don't
be
get
either
what you
one or
mean
the
by
other.
the trolling part, though. I guess that's what I'm getting lost on.
The thing I think that just is like he's talking about accounts that are created to troll people. What we're talking about is people that we actually know
Yeah.
and have
well,
met and have
right.
conversations with, and
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on some random person Facebook page
Yeah,
and
not-
care. I'm talking about people that got their first and last name on it.
And people like that are obvious. Kanye West right now. That's
my
obvious
God.
trolling.
Hey,
So-
man,
Yeah,
that
he is.
name can't be
Nah.
said on any video.
First of all, it's not even classified as trolling. Your boy either is suffering from some extreme post-traumatic stress or bipolar.
so
I mean,
He
bro was just
misses-
psychotic.
Oh,
He's psychotic, bro.
No, he has mental health issues, and
We're
he
hoping he
doesn't
does.
have the right people. He doesn't have the right people in his corner to help him out. It's evident because one, nobody that I know I love Kanye. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally, but I have to
Yeah,
have
how you
love
talking
for
about
him.
you love Kanye? What?
First of all, the man went on public TV, nationwide, worldwide, and said Harriet Tubman didn't free slaves.
Yes,
Like,
yes. Somebody,
you,
somebody right there should have went and immediately stopped
Hey,
that whole
it,
session.
it
and
should
Soon as he
it
then,
said
should
and
have
that.
been
then,
you
and
because
then
you
on
love
top
him.
of that,
His fellow Trump.
when,
Fuck.
and then on top of that,
Yeah,
when
Kanye.
yeah,
Jesus.
they were going in, that to be committed to a mental institution for the next 10 years.
Basically, hey, we done with Kanye though. Kanye cut off. I don't want to talk nothing to Kanye. I got so many. I'll start cussing.